Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and welcome to another video with Puma in the Firefly. I know, but look at the bushes on this vehicle. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to put palm fronds on your tank unless it's Palm Sunday. In that case, Hosanna in the highest. But it's what it lacks in concealment factor from other tanks, it makes up for in hiding your weak spots. And the turret armor on the Sherman Firefly is a great example of a tricky nut to crack. If you don't aim for weak spots, it can be surprisingly difficult to pen the Sherman Firefly's turret with its overlapping mantlet and turret armor, odd angles, and add-on bits of track. So if you conceal those things with, say, some palm fronds, that can come in handy in a pinch, and I believe you'll see exactly that going on into this battle. So we're on a familiar map, so familiar I can't remember what the name of it is. And I always go for this point on the map. Generally, I go for the right side from this perspective of the cap zone and try and sneak through those bushes to get a concealed flanking location on people coming into the capture zone itself. But it's understandable in a Sherman to go for a different location, taking some hard cover behind this house and using the third-person cam to peek around. No doubt also using his ears to listen for enemy vehicles. And now, seeing that he is essentially alone in the cap, Puma decides to push forward. This is always a popular position for both sides of the field to capture. Takes a hit from, I believe, artillery. And no, actually, that was a T-34. And Puma, with a very quick reaction shot, seeing him through the smoke there, takes his shot and takes down his first opponent. Seeing an ASU-57 over the hill, he tries to machine gun him with a third-person view, but, when shooting over hills from third-person view, the controls get a little bit tricky. It's actually better to go into first-person and aim that way, and that's another reason, nicely taken down there, that I recommend setting up controls for your anti-aircraft gun, and also to control your secondary gun and main gun. And I use Shift A for anti-aircraft, Shift S for secondaries, and Shift D to switch back to the default controls for controlling your weapons. And what that allows you to do is you can switch to your pintle mounted machine gun, as you see the 50 cal mounted on almost every Sherman. Thank goodness for that. As Puma continues to engage here, SU-122, he has already lost this engagement, having his engine taken down and his ability to fire back. Only a matter of time before this T cannon finishes him off. A little bit of a whiffed shot there as he went for the rest of the crew, and you'll notice that once again, Puma, as usual, using the historical sight orientation where you can see the cannon barrel in the gun sight and you have that bit of parallax going on. Another round taking down an ASU-57 and a T-34 being targeted now. Puma just harvesting kills with the fantastic power of that cannon. I hear a knock at my door. I'll be back in a second. Okay, never mind, that wasn't what I thought it was. So, you're gonna see Puma sitting here for a while because he was doing some super important text messaging in the middle of this match. So, there's gonna be these downtimes where, well, we can just chat with each other completely exposed, sitting out in the open. You would expect him to get taken down at any second. I can't believe he gets away with this. Alt-tabbers, guys, you're looking at a born community manager here. Fighting the war? Nah. Texting my fam? Yeah, that's hot. Anyway, I heard a knock at my door, but it wasn't. There was nobody there. I thought that my grandpa's going to be over to pay me for mowing his lawn, and well, I thought that would be him, because he just kind of like he doesn't call before he shows up. He just shows up. But anyway, It wasn't. I think it was actually one of the swallows. We have swallows that live up above our door right now. They've set up their nest and they're pooping on our steps, and I just love our swallows. They come back every year and they have new babies and then they take off, and it's just really cool. You see the little eggs that they hatch out of, and little swallow babies up in the nest. Freaking adorable. And they also poop everywhere. They poop a lot. But swallows, they eat a lot of bugs. I suppose they would even eat a firefly. But not this one. As Puma just casually survives a shot from that enemy T-34 and responds with much more effect. You can see he's already racked up a number of kills. I would say almost effortlessly. And when I was watching this replay as I was recording this, I thought, you know, there's a lot of popping in on this map. You'll notice that things like the hay bales, the shadows will pop in at around, I don't know, 50 feet. Speaking of, suddenly, on fire with no other major damage, Puma took a hit from somewhere, and a second one, this one, causing a lot more of an effect, taking down his turret ring. Where did that come from? Through the bushes? He takes a shot, he receives a shot, he takes down a spaghetti truck. Incredible. I never would have guessed where that guy was. That was very quick thinking on Puma's part, figuring out where those shots were coming from. And a nice single shot kill. Well, I thought that's pretty nice. Look at that. Usually War Thunder spawns me into the... Who are we watching now? War Thunder, why are you so weird? Why is your replay system so inconsistent? Every now and then the replay system will do this to you, where they'll jump you over to some random person, and I think that was actually the guy that Puma just killed. The guy who killed Puma. And I'm kind of glad for that, well, odd inconsistency with the replay system, because here we see Puma respawning in his, I want to get this right, Hurricane Mark 1C? Forgive me. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And who is that? I think that's the guy that just killed Puma. So Puma just got done killing and being killed by this Italian player, and now they're dogfighting in the skies in their second spawn. How poetic. I feel like this is an episode of Gundam Wing. It turns out he was Zex Vries the whole time. Man. Anyway, Puma casually dominating here, getting himself in a nice position, showing off the great ability to produce speed that the Hurricane has, pulling some good maneuvers, and shredding the tail of that MC What's-His-Nuggets, who just didn't stand a chance. McNuggets is no more. Now a head-on with another enemy fighter, definitely at a disadvantageous position. Puma going aggressively here and getting, well, let's call that a defensive victory. There's really nothing you can do against. I think that was a LA5. In that situation, you've got to go aggressively and just try and trade one for one, because he had the energy advantage, he has better maneuverability, he wasn't carrying bombs, so if Puma let him go there out of the head-on, and that guy shouldn't have committed to a head-on, that was a tactical error on his part. You'd want to pull up or pull around and then just loop onto Puma's tail. But now we see once again the, is this a firebrand, I think? Sorry, I'm just really not good at that goofy face. And you can see there's Puma sitting in the back of the airplane and texting instead of piloting. That's why he was flying in a straight line for a while. And now, zooming down toward the battlefield, trying to get those long-range hits with the RP3s. As you see, that is an effective rocket hit right there. The British RP3 rockets are some of the best rockets in the game in terms of getting a one-hit kill, which is a lot more valuable than having something like a Sneb that can punch through just about anything. but you need a score of them to deal significant damage in most cases. And of course, the lightweight and multi-utility of this neb makes up for that in many ways, being that you can carry a lot more of them. Their general accuracy is higher. They do have their advantages, but when it comes to the post impact effect, there's little better than the RP3. Of course, there are bigger rockets in the game, but then you get to the point where you only get 1 or 2 salvos, and that changes the nature of things entirely. So far, he's picked up a kill and dealt some damage to other ground vehicles here in his Firecrest. What is this thing? Launching rockets at the KV-2, and a bit too much of a commit there to the strafing run. KV-2 is one of those vehicles that has very thick side armor, so the RP3 has, I think, around 60 millimeters of pen at best. Look at that little, we'll call him Cresty. He didn't look all that disappointed about hugging the ground there for his final moments. He just wants to make friends with everybody. And boy, that's what I like to see. One of the things that I love about the community on the Discord is that we get people talking openly, being kind to each other, and we do have a decent amount of edgy things that get talked about there. There's even a channel for it if you're not sure if it's fit for public viewing. There's I think it's called Edgy Teens, and it's a channel that I made on the Discord. I don't know why I'm talking about the Discord now, but enjoy PumaTato just continuing to make things happen in this match, now in the Avenger, to avenge his fallen brothers. And the Discord, I got tired of seeing some things that, well, one of the people isn't around anymore. I got tired of him for good, but things that are just things that I don't like to see. And I got tired of having them show up, especially in the memes channel, just stuff that I don't want to look at. And interestingly, once I made a channel for that kind of stuff that also includes anything you're not sure if it's appropriate to post in a video channel or a memes channel, any kind of edgy humor, that kind of stuff that somebody else might not approve of, especially me or Ahmad, there's a place to test the waters and just post it there. And as soon as I made that channel, I actually liked it. Because if you're going somewhere and you expect to see edgy content, that's completely different than, at least for me in my experience, and it is my Discord, so I get to oh my goodness, look at him shredding the opposition here. I get to decide what it is, and I suppose it's appropriate that I ramble on about the Discord in a video sent in by our community manager. Puma is probably a lot more well, I won't speak for him, but see, he seems a little bit more relaxed when it comes to edgy content than I am. I'm just an old man now. Anyway, I love seeing what you guys post, and I spend a good amount of time interacting in all of the Discord channels. It's sort of the one place where I've given myself permission to read the comments and to answer back with people. Even in the YouTube videos, I've spent a little bit less time replying to comments than I used to, and every other place I don't really engage on anybody else's Discord server. I just feel like I'm tired all the time because I got a baby and I have a toddler and I do all this other stuff, and well, you know what, it's kind of cool living a life where you're tired all the time because you're making things happen and you're taking care of people, and I definitely have no regrets. If anything, I just wish that there was more of me to go around because I love engaging with you guys. I saw that a custom battle was getting started up by a certain person on the Discord that I had a lot of fun playing a custom battle with them a few days ago, and I wanted to do another one, and I scheduled it, and then my internet went down, and so that was canceled for the day, and I haven't ever gotten around to doing a custom battle with you guys again. I would love to do a custom battle. Definitely not going to happen today though. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired, and I wouldn't want to just be tired and grumpy and then have the girls wanting things from me and try and do a custom battle. So I made a video instead today. And what Puma has done here is make a huge difference in his battle. Look at that beautiful explosion of that Panzer IV-G, I think. And fire looks like it was coming in from a field there. Don't know if that was friendly fire going for the Panzer IV or some kind of enemy fire, but Puma's not worried about it. That got dealt with. And you may have noticed, even after all my rambling, there's still more match left to go. This battle has been a marathon. Back and forth on the ground battle, fighters duking it out in the air. The ground itself, Puma's worst enemy. When it comes to his fire crest, chestnuts roasting in an open Firefly, I don't know. Bye babe, love you. My wife is going on an adventure today. Anyway, it has been an absolute pleasure getting all these replay videos from you guys. Definitely feel free to send those in. I constantly mention that I started making YouTube videos after I was featured on the European Canadian when he was doing replays, and I think he still does every now and then. He has a ton of things that he does, and number one is news. So if you're looking for what's coming to the game or an analysis of changes and what's going on, there are few reasons to not check out the European Canadian. But I was inspired to start making videos by him featuring me, and so I love to feature you guys, even if you don't feel like making your own YouTube videos and having your own channel. This can be your way of being in the spotlight for a while, and I love to see how you guys play. I love to encourage you guys to share things, and of course, Puma's been around for a while, and he's been active on the Discord, and he's been useful and helpful, just like he's being useful and helpful in this match, and for free. None of us get paid anything here. We just do it for the love of the game. Anyway, the match finally winding down. Puma definitely at the forefront here, racking up kill after kill, as you see at the bottom, capturing zones, playing the objective, playing aggressively, fearlessly, and tactically. You can see that he's going just slightly off toward the backside there. A beautiful shot on the move against that T-34. Now he has all the time in the world to finish it off, which might be necessary because he's in a British tank. As the second shot sets a fire, which will slow things down for the T-34, and then the third one takes down the crew entirely. A beautiful view of a battle that's winding down. An incredible result for an aggressive and clever player, even if sometimes things happen when you're trying to fly casts that you would rather didn't happen. I have been really interested in close air support just because of how much learning I find there. Anyway guys, that's been PumaTato in his British lineup once again, this time with an incredible marathon of a match and some great results. Keep on sending in those replays, and I look forward to also featuring more people on the channel for interviews, more story time, all kinds of things. I love what's happened with the channel over the past few months, where I've been reaching out to other people and including them, and it just makes it all that much more fun to do. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.